BrainBusters team, and there are no lapses in our synapses.
Hi, we're Spring Grove Area High School, and
we're going to pump you up.
From Studio A at WGALH, it's Westfield Insurance BrainBusters. Now here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure having you join us for our high school quiz show here on WGALA. I am really excited about today's show. We have had some really high-scoring games recently with our winning teams earning a lot of points. Let's see what happens today with our two new teams, Lancaster Mennonite and Spring Grove. 10-point questions, one big brain buster thanks to our friends at Turkey Hill. Great to see some nice new faces. Let's get to work now with this 10-point question. Thomas Jefferson's home can be found on the back of the nickel. Its name is there too. What is it? Brandon? Monticello is correct for 10 points. She celebrated her Golden Jubilee in 1887 and her diamond, Adam.
Queen Victoria
and her Diamond Jubilee in 1897. 10 points for Spring Grove. There are three apparitions, three murderers, and three witches in the Shakespearean play. Brandon.
Macbeth.
Macbeth is the Scottish play, of course. You can break down a chemical compound in a solution by passing a current through it. What is this process called? Adam.
Electrolysis.
It is called electrolysis. You are right indeed. Yes. Sin, death, Michael, Lucifer, and God are all characters in this epic poem by John Milton, published in 1667.
Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost. You are right. Yes. In ancient Greece, the title referred to an absolute ruler, not to a cruel dictator. Adam.
Tyrant.
A tyrant. Oedipus was one, of course, and so was Pericles. Adam was right with tyrant. It's a formal court order that directs a party to perform or, more often, refrain from performing a particular action. What is such an order called? Thompson.
An executive order?
No, sorry. Lancaster Mennonite? William?
A cease and desist?
No, close though. It's an injunction is the correct response. Old Dominion University is in the state known as Old Dominion. Which state is it, Brandon?
Virginia.
Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia to be exact. In a battery, it converts chemical energy to electrical energy. In biology, it's the smallest structural unit of an organism. What four-letter word, Brandon, again?
Cell.
Cell has both of those meanings. That is the correct answer. And now it's time for the Big Brain Buster brought to you by Turkey Hill. For 10 points and a gift certificate for Turkey Hill ice cream for everyone on the team. Good luck. Here we go. In 2009, President Obama went to Copenhagen to lobby the Adam. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm going to complete the question for Lancaster Mennonite. He went to Copenhagen to lobby the International Olympic Committee on behalf of this city's bid to host the 2016 Games. What is Barack Obama's hometown? Brandon?
Chicago.
Chicago is the correct answer. Congratulations, Lancaster Mennonite. It is a truth universally acknowledged, pardon me, that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a good wife. What Jane Austen novel begins?
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice begins with that, yes. Daniel Chester French sculpted the famous seated statue that overlooks the tidal basin in Washington, D.C. Whose statue is it? Brandon, again.
Abraham Lincoln.
You are correct again, yes. This variety of iris is more familiar as the symbol of the Boy Scouts of America and the Kings of France. Brandon.
Fleur-de-lis.
The fleur-de-lis is what it is called, yes. What six-letter word can precede all of the following? Class, East, America, English. Adam.
North.
No, sorry, I'm going to complete the list for Lancaster Mennonite. English, school, ear, age, and ages. Oh, we stumped you on middle. Sorry, Adam. As president, he was famous for his abuse of the spoils system and for the kitchen cabinet. Adam.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson, yes, our 19th president, correct. Henry VII. Ooh, that sound takes us to the end of the round and to our first break. And we're just getting started. We've got so much more coming up, but first, let's watch these messages.
Westfield Insurance BrainBusters includes our viewer questions, our tournament bracket, and an opportunity to email host Rich Rosen if you have any comments or questions. You can keep up to date at WGAL.com/BrainBusters.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back as we continue our competition between Lancaster Mennonite and Spring Grove. There are a lot of very interesting people in our studio today. Let's meet some more of them right now. First, let's meet our coach from Lancaster Mennonite.
I'm Dan Dietzel, recently retired, or mostly retired, from 40 years of teaching English, social studies, and Bible at Lancaster Mennonite. And I am particularly grateful to Mr. Galen Souter for bringing our team to BrainBusters the last number of years.
And we're grateful to have you to bring such a fine group of young people here to compete today. And next to you is an example of one of the fine people that represent your school, Grace Lee. And you are a senior, and you're today's alternate. It's nice to have you here and meet you for the first time. And I understand you're working on a special research experiment at school?
Yes, I started my research toward the end of last year, and it's on solving the potential energy crisis with green power from algae.
See a future physicist in our sight. Good luck, and I hope it all works to your advantage and to your pleasure. And now let's meet two coaches from Spring Grove.
Hi, I'm Bené Hofnagel. I teach history and gifted support. And this is...
I'm Nicole Harlicker. I also teach gifted support French, and I co-teach a bio class.
Oh, you guys are so busy, and thank you to both of you for coaching these fine young people. And I know they had a slow start, but we're going to change right now, because here comes today's one-on-one rapid fire. A great time for us to meet these young people and see what's going on in their very busy lives. So first, let's head over to Lancaster Mennonite again and say hello to Ben Stutzman. And you are a senior, and you're very busy, and I know even today we had to catch you with your scheduling with track and field, and you're very involved with cross country.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of a good season of cross country right now. And actually, all four of us up here are on the cross-country team.
So you get nice and warmed up. It's a great exercise, no doubt about it. Well, nice to have you here. Nice to have you back here again. And we welcome now Wyatt Wyville, a junior from Spring Grove. This is your first time in Studio A. And I understand you're very passionate about history. Is there any particular American, world history, European?
I prefer U.S. military history, specifically World War II.
Is there something you'd like to do with that? Or you didn't pursue it any further? Are you?
It's just more of a hobby.
It is a hobby, and it's a great hobby to have, and hopefully it's going to come in handy as we put you two one-on-one. Ben and Wyatt, good luck. 5 miles from Nice and 1.5 miles from the city of Monaco, this Riviera town is famous for its gambling casinos. What is it? It's the chic town of Monte Carlo. The subtitle of the book is There and Back Again. The subtitle of the movie, then, The Hobbit. The Hobbit, and of course the subtitle of the movie is An Unexpected Journey. The Hobbit taking you to hundreds of Spring Grove's 40. And your last question here is, you can get it from fatty fish like salmon and tuna, and from cod liver oil. Or you can go outside and stand in the sun. What vitamin is it? Wyatt?
Vitamin C.
No, not C. Sorry. Ben? Ben?
Vitamin A?
Oh, sorry. It's vitamin D is the correct response. 100 to 40. Now let's meet our two captains. First, from Lancaster Mennonite, we say hello to Brandon Rowe. Captain, and you're a veteran from the show. You've done well in the past couple of seasons. And you're also kind of a veteran of different kind of bowls, if you will, of quiz-type environments.
Yeah, this past year I was in the spring privileged to take part in the National History Bowl tournament in Washington, D.C.
Excellent. And how did you do, or am I putting you on the spot?
I did okay. I was playing as an individual against full teams, so lost the majority of my matches, but I think I won 1 or 2.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Let's see how you do today. You're doing so far very well. Adam Prusakowski is a junior at Spring Grove and today's captain from Spring Grove, and it's nice to have you here. But it's nice to have you here in the United States because you're like a world citizen.
Yes.
And you're a citizen of multiple countries?
Yeah, the United States, Netherlands, and Poland.
And have you been to those places as well?
Oh, yes.
Do you maintain and retain your Polish language as well?
No. For some reason, no.
Not much. But you speak English very well.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad you do, because it's going to come in handy as we put you two one-on-one. When Henry David Thoreau wrote most of this book, he lived alone in the woods. Brandon?
Walden.
Walden, 1 mile from any neighbor in a house that he had built himself on the shore of what Massachusetts pond? And Brandon said with good anticipation, Walden. It can be personal, relative, interrogative, demonstrative, intensive. Adam?
Sentence?
No, sorry, I'm going to repeat the question for Brandon. An indefinite and reflexive. What part of speech is it, Brandon? Brandon?
Clause.
No, sorry. I thought reflexive would give it away. A pronoun is the correct response. And finally, keratitis, conjunctivitis, and glaucoma are all diseases of this part of the body, Brandon?
Eye.
The eye is the sensitive organ that we were going for. Yes. Well, you've forged ahead nicely with a nice lead of 120 to 40. But now let's meet our next players. First, say hello to Fiona St. Clair. And you are a freshman, and it's so nice, the only lady here among these 7 gentlemen. It's nice to have you here. And I'm always so impressed when somebody so young knows exactly what they wanted to study in college.
Okay, well, I want to study veterinary sciences. There are a few different fields. I'm back and forth between equine veterinary sciences and just small animals. So.
But you love animals.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Well, at least you know at least that area. Good for you. Thompson Dasher is a junior from Spring Grove, and it's nice to welcome you here. And this kind of competition is not really foreign to you because you know how to think on your feet.
Yeah, actually, Caleb, Wyatt, and myself were part of a co-counsel on our school's mock trial team. We competed at the regional level for the competition, and I actually received a Best Advocate award from it.
Good for you. Congratulations. All right, well, let's see what happens as we put Thompson and Fiona one-on-one. It's just about the mass of 1 liter of water. In fact, it's the unit of mass in the metric system. What is it? Ooh, we stumped you on kilogram. After a slave woman switches her son with her master's son, only Pudd'nhead Wilson can tell them apart. Who wrote this satire on racial prejudice? Oh, no, I'm sure you've heard of Mark Twain. And finally, located near Diamond Head, Hawaii, this naval base took its name from the nearby oyster beds. Thompson.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor is most famous for the events of December 7th, 1941, 120 to 50. And now let's meet our final players. First, we're going to say hello to William Wheaton, and you are a junior, and it's great to welcome you to Studio A. And as you mentioned, as Ben mentioned, you are also on the track team and cross country, but you have a goal.
Yes.
Tell us about that goal.
My aim is to beat the LMH high school high jump score record.
And what is it?
6'2", currently.
Wow, and what's your highest so far?
5'4".
Oh, okay. A little work to do, but I have confidence. It's nice having a goal, no doubt about it. And Caleb Edwards is a junior from Spring Grove, and it's nice to welcome you here. And, you know, a lot of people are looking at their family history, and you've done it with some success.
Yeah, I really love genealogy. I've done a lot with it recently.
And what did you discover?
On my mom's side, I discovered a couple castles that her family built, and also a relative who helped draft the Magna Carta.
And when you say castles, I'm thinking Ireland, England?
Both, yeah.
Oh, wow, excellent. Well, good for you. Caleb and William, let's put you two one-on-one. As this natural polymer hardens, it becomes virtually airtight and waterproof, thus preserving ancient insects and small reptiles. What is this semi-precious golden substance? William?
Amber.
It's called amber, indeed. Yes, you are correct. It's a band of tough, fibrous tissue that connects a muscle and a bone. What is it called? Caleb?
Ligament.
Not a ligament, no. Sorry. William? Oh, sorry, we stumped you. It's a tendon is what that connects the muscle and the bone. And finally, this Broadway show includes the songs Something Bad, For Good, I'm Not That Girl, and Defying Gravity. What musical is it? Oh, I know people are watching this and they're screaming at their screen. Wicked! It's Wicked, the great musical Wicked. All right, 130 to 50. Now let's pick up the pace and play today's 60-second team lightning round. Adam, your team is behind at this point, so you will select first among these 3 quizzes. We have Ho Ho Ho, World War II, and All is Fair.
World War II.
World War II. It's also called the Big One in the Last Great War. For 10 points each, identify these people, places, and things associated with World War II. Now, Adam, I take your answers. The team's answer. Wyatt Thompson and Caleb are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all 4 of you, and here we go. He was President of the United States for most of World War II.
Franklin Roosevelt.
He's the one, yes. He was Prime Minister of England during the war.
Winston Churchill.
Yes, he's the one, yes. Adolf Hitler's title is leader of the Nazi Party.
Führer.
Fury, yes. The Italian word for leader was Mussolini's nickname.
Il Duce.
Il Duce, yes. Premier of the Soviet Union during the war. He died in 1950.
Stalin.
Stalin, yes. Germany's invasion of this country in October 1939. Poland began the war. In this year, both Germany and Japan surrendered.
45.
1945, yes. The name given to the alliance of Germany, Italy, and Japan.
Axis.
Axis, yes. The Royal Air Force defeated the Luftwaffe in this 1940 battle.
Battle of Britain.
Battle of Britain, yes. Operation Barbarossa was the German invasion of this country in 1941. Russia will accept, yes. In 1941, this date that will live in infamy.
Pearl Harbor.
I need the date, sorry, December 7th. Allied troops landed in this region of France, June 6, 1944.
Normandy.
Normandy is correct. Nickname by which June 6, 1944 is historically known.
D-Day.
D-Day is correct. An atomic bomb destroyed this Japanese city August 6, 1945.
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima is correct. He was the desert fox of northern Africa, and that was Rommel. And we are going to give them Pearl Harbor, so give them that. The judge just said that we are to accept that. Because, yes, just add one more. We're going to take care of that for you with Adam. Sorry about that error. So we had 14 correct. 140 points came your way. Good for you. Lancaster Mennonite, it's now up to you with ho, 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 and all is fair.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. This is no laughing matter. You'll earn 10 points for each of the following persons, places, and things that you can name. The names all begin with H-O. So, Brandon, I take your name, your answers, the team's answer. Ben, Fiona, and William are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all four of you, and here we go. This company made Twinkies until it went bankrupt in 2012. Hostess is correct. Someone from Indiana.
Hoosier.
Hoosier, yes. The Greek poet who wrote the Iliad and the
Homer.
Odyssey.
Homer.
Homer, yes. What HBO stands for? Home box office. 2012 movie subtitled Unexpected Journey.
Hobbit.
The Hobbit, yes. It's where the earth and the sky meet.
Horizon.
Horizon, yes. The Cape of the southeastern point of South America.
Cape of Good Hope.
No, Cape Horn. He lived at 221B Baker Street.
Holmes.
Holmes, yes. The animal has only one living genus, Equus.
Horse.
Horse, yes. Nonsense word that a magician would use to make the trick work.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus is correct. The city on the South China Sea has over 7 million people. Hong Kong. In astrology, a chart with the positions of the sun, moon, and planets. Horoscope is correct. Large black and white dairy cattle.
Pass.
Holstein. Guatemala to the northeast. Nicaragua to the southwest.
Honduras.
Honduras is correct. An oriental tobacco pipe with a long flexible tube and water in a bowl.
Hookah.
Hookah, yes. Allen Ginsberg's most famous poem.
Howl.
Howl, yes. Nicely done. Some good teamwork. Great responses. And how many correct did we have? We had 13 correct, so 130 points came your way. 260 to 190. It's now time to reveal today's bonus BrainBuster category. And that's fashion. What an interesting category. We'll see what our teams know about fashion after these messages. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back. And we have had such a good time so far, but we're not finished yet. But before we continue, we'd like you to play along with our viewer question of the week. Here's a question for you that I think you'll be able to answer. This motion picture actress, known as America's Sweetheart, won the Academy Award in 1929 for Best Actress for her performance in Coquette. Who was the star of silent motion pictures? Well, we'd love if you go online, and this is what you need to do to answer.
Go to WGAL.com/BrainBusters to answer the viewer question of the week. One randomly drawn winner with the correct answer will receive this prize pack.
Plus, you can email me with any questions or comments you have about the show. All right, looking at the scores, we have 260, but Spring Grove is in there beautifully with 190, but everything can change right now with today's bonus BrainBuster. During our break, our teams wager from 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of fashion. Let's go to the News 8 newsroom with Kim Lemon. She has today's question. Kim?
Thanks, Rich. And now here's your bonus BrainBuster question. Born in 1946, he eventually became one of the leading couture designers. Despite his murder at his Miami home in 1997, his sister, Donatella, continues to produce the flamboyant and well-tailored clothing worn by celebrities around the world. Who was this influential prince of fashion? Again, born in 1946, he eventually became one of the leading couture designers. And despite his murder at his Miami home in 1997, his sister Donatella continues to produce the flamboyant and well-tailored clothing worn by celebrities around the world. Who was this influential prince of fashion? Good luck with your answer. And now back to Studio A. Rich?
Thanks, Kim. Good luck, teams. We'll give you about 5 seconds. No. You write it down. Okay, we're going to wait for Adam to finish writing. Close your pen. And Coach Brent, we always start with this side instead. If you can show us. No, I'm sorry, Lorena's incorrect. So we're going to deduct 15 points from your score to get it down to 245. And you also said Ralph Lauren, and I'm sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is Gianni Versace, very exclusive designer. And his sister Donatella is still continuing with the fashion. Well, who's going to come back for round two? Well, we're going to find out shortly because here comes today's final frenzy. 20-point questions, 245 to 185. It's still anybody's game. Pardon me? And here we go. As a verb, it means move, proceed, or function. As a noun, it's a Japanese board game played with stones. What is this very short word, Adam?
Go.
Go is correct, yes. It is a 17,000-ton stainless steel curve, 630 feet high. Its official name is Jefferson, Adam.
Gateway Arch.
The Gateway Arch at St. Louis. The official name is Jefferson National Expansion Memorial. You are correct for another 20 points. Derived from the name of the Greek goddess of memory, it's a device used to help remember items on a list. What's the word? Oh, I know your teachers have talked about a mnemonic device. It shares a border with the Canadian province of British Columbia. Which, Adam?
Washington.
No, sorry. Lancaster, Mennonite. Which state capital is it? Oh, we stumped you on Juneau, Alaska. It was the first of the Arab countries to overthrow its government in 2011. Adam?
Tunisia.
Tunisia is correct. In 1821, as he lay dying of tuberculosis in Rome, he despaired of ever being remembered. Thompson? Oh, we stumped you. Sorry, we continue the question for Lancaster Mennonite. And he composed his own epitaph. Here lies one whose name is writ on water. Who was this romantic poet? Brandon?
Shelley?
No, sorry. Good guess. That was John Keats. The Romans called the Middle Eastern city Philadelphia. What do we now call the city from which King Abdullah II of Jordan rules? Adam?
Amman.
Amman is correct. His masterpieces include the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse and the portraits of the Four Evangelists. Adam again.
Dürer.
Dürer is correct. Good job. Elliptical geometry and hyperbolic geometry are the two principal kinds. Both rejected the parallel postulate found in the classic texts. The elements. What are such geometries called? Adam?
Non-Euclidean.
You are correct again, sir. Yes, contraction and expansion of this cup-shaped muscle between the abdomen and the upper chest can change the amount of air that you breathe. Brandon?
Diaphragm.
The diaphragm, yes. In 1997, he defeated John Major to become the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. In 2007, Adam?
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair. He was replaced by Gordon Brown. The poets Virgil, Ovid, and Horace all lived during the reign of this emperor, whose name has been given to the golden age of Roman literature. Adam?
Augustus.
Augustus, you are correct. It was first used by a writer for the New York Times to describe the sound of Led Zeppelin. Their music, he wrote, sounded like this falling out of the sky. What was falling, Ben?
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal, yes. Charles the Bald, Louis the German, and Lothair were his grandsons, and in 843 they divided his kingdom between them. Thompson.
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne, yes. Baffin Bay and the Davis Straits separate this country from Canada. What large island is it, Thompson?
Greenland.
Greenland, you're correct again. In 2014, she became the new chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, the first woman to hold the position. Who is she? Brandon.
Condoleezza Rice?
No, sorry, correct. Spring Grove. Oh, we stumped you on Janet Yellen. Established in 1865, its purpose was to provide shelter, seeds, and agricultural equipment to emancipated slaves. Brandon.
The Freedmen's Bureau.
Correct for 20 points. 1 year after the Soviet Union. And that's it. That sound takes us to the end of the round and to the end of the game. What a game it is. Spring Grove came alive in that last round, and they're going to return for round two. But please, stay right with us. What a game, a tremendous performance by both teams, but Spring Grove really came alive right at the last round, so they are going to return for round two. Now, who will they play? Well, it's either going to be Donegal or Middletown, because they're up next on Westfield Insurance BrainBusters. From all of us here at Studio 8, thanks so much for watching, and please do join us next time. So long.